Cheers, guys. How many times does it happen? You're gonna do one job and then another job jumps in your face. So that's what happened here. This is one of those boxes that you can get at, what is that called? Not Winners, Home Sense. Anyways, of course, this was probably a great deal. And the reason I cut the top part off is because it's like this one. That is that super shiny cardboard paper that does not allow. See, I paid $3 for this one, so probably about the same on this one. So that's why I don't cover these with the paper on it. With the original paper on it, I have to score it and pull off that top layer. So now I want to put this Mother Hubbard is hilarious. So I want to put her on there, but knowing me, I don't think I should have pure white background. So I'm going to make it a blue background. I'm going to wash it with blue. And I'm trying to use up these because they're almost done. Oops, that's green. They're almost done, so maybe I can finish them. Yeah, buffalo blue. It's really getting dry, isn't it? So I really need to use it up. That's why I really don't actually paint that much, because my paint will go bad if I don't use it. Come on. Ouch. I don't even know if I can get any out of there. Let's try to put it on cardboard instead. I really don't need a lot to do this job. Look at that. There's no wonder it's not coming out. That's what happens when you don't use your paint. I'm just gonna get that hard stuff out. Maybe I can get the last bit out now. Let's see. Let's try another cardboard. I think it has totally gone dry. All right. That's how it's gonna be today. Let's get the blue out just with water then. I just need a tiny little, can I have a little bit of blue in here? You don't need a lot of paint for washing. There you are. Come on, blue. There you are. Come on, blue. What is that saying? You're never out. There we go. Come on. Let's see if I can, now that I've wet it a bit, see if I can get some out. You can even cut these and get the last of it out if you want. There we go. I think that's it. You don't have any more? Nope. Excellent. Let's get the blue off here. Got some blue in there now. That's all I need because my box is blue and the white is not going to stay white. So I just want it to have a blue tinge. There we go. I'm going to save that for another job. See? We have a little bit of blue and I've got a little bit more paint in there. A little bit more water. A little bit more water. There we go. And now we're just gonna put it on a sponge. Just gonna put our blue on the sponge. Turning our acrylic into watercolor. And then I want my lady in a blue background. Not enough water. Come on, blue. I was thinking of buying some of the more expensive paints. I would need the tiniest little bottles because I just don't use paint that much. Come on, lady, I want you blue. You don't want to be blue? We're gonna switch over to a blue color then. Just a blend of blues. Totally destroyed this watercolor stuff. Hold your horses there. Usually I have a little scoop in there to hold that. Okay, honey. Not like what we videoed. All right, that's better. I think I have enough now. Get it off the brush. And there we go. That should work now. Sorry, guys. Just takes a bit. And I want this to be a little bit wet too. It's drying on me. So that it just doesn't just absorb my color. Not let it loose. See how it's absorbing in there. Obviously, you can do this any color you want. And I don't have to go down too far on here because it doesn't, the whole picture isn't going to fit in there. There we go. The bird's not going to fit, I know that. All right. And by doing it this way, I don't know if you can tell, but it dries super fast. I just need that part there to go blue. Now when I handle it, if my hands are inky or I've got paint or something, it's not going on a stark white paper, if you know what I mean. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put this on here. And now it's going to fit in very nicely with the rest of the box. So I'm gonna just take it right to where my cut line is. Make sure this part is right lined up with that cut mark. You can feel it drying really quickly. Got the heater on right behind me here. Okay. I think I got it. Slightly more over. Come on, baby. Oh, yeah, that's too much. No, I think that's good. Come on. Come on. If it tries to tear in the other direction, you've got to take it off and cut it. You can't be doing that. It's too wet. And this is my cardboard scissors. How can you tell? It doesn't cut very well. This is why you don't use cardboard on your important scissors. Because if they get wrecked very easily. There you go, you little sweetheart. So it looks like I can take a tiny little bit off both sides. And a tiny little bit off the top there. Hope everybody had a Merry Christmas and all that jazz. I think this one is a better one. Take your time, guys. This is not a race. Crafting is not a race. I'm just going to take a little bit off here. There you go, baby. If you have any doubt that your paper is going to go where you need it and you're going to have a little bit of a gap, give yourself a blue line here. I always have to do my nicked part. Let's just put a blue line here just so that if we don't get it exactly into that gap, we're not going to see the brown cardboard. And you could do this, this is going to be like a frame. You can do this frame any color you want, black or white or whatever you want. But I like these boxes. I like the designs just the way they are, but I have all the supplies and it's fun, so why not just change it up a bit. Okay. So now we can put our lady on here. She's drawing nicely now. I don't need any scissors. I don't need any of these. What kind of glue should we use? We could use Mod Podge. I don't hardly ever use Mod Podge actually. We could use a glue stick. I think I'm going to use a glue stick. I'll do a glue stick on the middle side, and then I'll do my Bear's glue all around the edges. Dry is good, right? A dry glue is good. If you don't want all that buckling. Okay, let's go around our edge here. I still haven't replaced my disgusting sponge there. I have sponges. Do you think I should change it? So easy to put on. You just put your sponge on and use a hot glue gun, and you've got a sponge for your needles. It's not hard. It's just still useful. I don't know why I would throw it out. It looks, I don't look at it really. It's been there so long, I can put my needle on it without even looking up now. All right, up you go, sweetheart. Gentle, gentle, gentle. It's a little bit wet. Not bad though. And I'll get around to doing the other one too, probably. After it dries, I'll come in with my smaller blade and just cut that little edge there. But otherwise, we got a new holder, and now when my filthy hands touch it, I'm not touching stark white, if you know what I mean, Jelly Bean. Anyhow, that's not what I meant to do. I was looking at stamps and stuff. What I've decided to do is I have to go to the print shop. And to go to the print shop, I have my printing, and I don't have anything to put my printing in. So I've got my huge paper bag masterboard, and it is masterboard on both sides. So let's turn this into my printing holdery things. Let's trim off all the extras first. So paper bag is awesome. I don't remember what paper bag this is, but it's just a paper bag. And you know me, when I'm done a project and I have a bunch of castaway cut off pieces, I don't like to leave them in that position, in that condition. I want to switch them into a masterboard. That way I don't have a lot of random cut pieces to deal with. Just find that really unwieldy for me in my small space. So instead I'm gonna have these masterboards, and then I decided I was gonna do a huge masterboard because I actually do quite large journals too. But it just turns out that I actually need a printer holder thing. What is going on with my cutting today? You know what? That is it for me. That is it for me for the scissors, guys. You know what I'm gonna do now. Why my table is the way it is. All right. So when you have one of these, you can check, can you just tear it? Or do you have to re-glue it? I think I can just tear that. I don't need that extra. This one I do need extra glue. All right. So now we're just going to shape our thing, and let's just take a look at what that's going to look like. For instance, I want to photocopy this design. very rare that I actually photocopy because I don't want to have any copyright issues. But this is actually my design, so I think I'm allowed. It's not my design, it's God's design. If you look it up, you can find it on Google. But I sketched it out and colored it, so in that way, it's my design. I didn't take somebody else's. Okay, so I just need to make sure this fits in here. I think the white side should go on the inside. So I thought I was going to have to paint it, but maybe I don't have to. I'm going to go in here. I am just doing legal size papers. I'm not doing extra long ones. So I thought I was going to be painting, so I brought all those old paints out. But I guess I don't have to. This masterboard might work just fine. So you can see I've got space on both sides. And we'll fix that anyways. I'm going to take this around. Look at how crooked that is. How crooked is that? Guys, my stuff isn't in the right spot here. There should be a pencil there. I'm losing it. I'm losing it. Oh, there's one. I'm just gonna straighten this out a little bit. This is the bad one. This is cardboard scissors. If you can keep them separated, that's probably a good idea. There we go. So that'll work. And then we just need to get these edges straight. One of these days I'm going to get a different top for this table, but honestly, what I do to the table, why would I? I figure this table has had a lot of work happen on it, and I don't know what other surface I could use to do what I do. If I did anything, I would get another wood. You know I love wood. Okay, so we're just going to fold this one up because we need a flap. I've done these I don't know how many times. If you go on Facebook, you might be able to find some other ones of these that have been done. So that flap is going to be great. I'm looking at this here. This is loose. That's not going to work. Let's try some dry glue there. All right, so here we can decide if we can do some shaping here if you wanted to. Sometimes that looks good and sometimes that's fun. Like do a curve, for instance. We could do that. Just do some little repair jobs here. These things literally last forever. So I think they're worth taking the time to do. I've had these for so many years. And I actually sometimes when I donate, I'll donate them right in one of these. So the whole thing goes. Okay, so do we want to shape this? I guess we could do it a little bit. Let's make it consistent though, okay? I don't like that when I do it and it's not that consistent. So I want a very large, I think that's hilarious that I got so many views on the pot scrubber, Dealy Bob. You know, I've got the weirdest viewers, I tell ya. I think that's hilarious. I think that I go nuts with my recycling. I know I'm totally nuts about my recycling. So I guess I'm attracting people that are also pretty nuts to watch some of the things that I post. But you know what? It's a nuts world, I say. Who wants to be all serious? And if I can make something that's useful, well, by golly, I will. I will. So now we just need our, there's still parts that are coming this year. Now I need my little closure things. I always do it with the little holes. You know, you don't have to make a closure if you don't want to. You can just have it like that and then just use this if you want to. That'll work just fine if you don't want to do the closure. So what I'm going to do now is we're going to make our edge. We're going to make our edge. We need an edge to close the sides, and I don't want to glue. I've done it before, guys. I've glued on the inside, and that tends to interfere with what you're sliding in, and they also tend to come apart. So we don't want to do that. So instead, I'm just going to take some rather heavy cardstock. Let's see if we can match it up here. This is so random, I don't think it matters. Let's pick a color. I probably won't use that. I just don't know what color. Black is too easy. Let's mix it up a little. Blue is all right. I don't think I have any yellow in the end. Well, we could brighten it up with that. I'm always gravitating to that. Let's do this one. And I've got to tell you guys, I watched a video where somebody makes cards. They make cards, and she showed her paper, and she absolutely hates the kind of paper that I use. So for my perfectionists, yeah, I get it if you hate my paper, because I'll show you. What she said is, this is cheap paper because the color doesn't go all the way through. See that? This color should be all the way through if it was more expensive paper. So that's what she pointed out. I think if you're making cards and you're selling them $5 a pop, maybe you do want to have that really awesome quality paper. But actually, you know what? I'm going to do this part and this part too. So just do it again. So I don't need it that thick though. Yeah. I appreciate that I am not the high expensive crafter. I'm sure I get stencils and cool stuff like that, but I'm not trying to make anything to sell, and I'm not trying to make money on my crafting. I'm hoping that people will recycle, guys. Recycling is so fun. Recycling is the best. I'm going to do a little bit more research, and then one of these videos I'm going to get the more up-to-date videos and talk about what happens to this cardboard when you recycle it. And what I'm learning, the last thing I heard, which don't quote me on it, is that a lot of the cardboard recycling gets stalled out because they get better deals from other countries. So there's a chance that some of the recycling of the cardboard that you're putting in the recycling bins are not actually getting recycled. And it's expensive recycling. It is a lot. It's shipping, it's packaging, it's sorting, it's all kinds of stuff just to recycle a food container, or for this, in this case, this paper bag. Some old books, some old magazines, like especially magazines, I think they have a hard time recycling them. And I love it. I love working with it, love doing it. So that's my whole spiel, guys. That's what it's about. Let's make something cool and useful and nice. Actually, the person that got the journal that I sent for Christmas was really happy with it. She was concerned that maybe I used valuable stamps on the pages with the stamp design. Some people don't know, right, about our enormous stashes of paper. In no time at all, we'll wind up with huge stashes. Okay, so let's just do it with this skin. I think it was Carrie that got me into this kind of glue sticky business. I think I've got way too much here, but stay there for a second. Oh, you're not even. All right. That's fine, because we'll catch it on the sides, right, guys? That's fine. We'll catch it on the other side. This is a nice big folder then. Ouch. Oh, I got a different needle on my thing. I've got to move that. Hey, if you're not going to glue with that, I'm going to glue you with this. Depends on what the paper is gluing to, how that glue stick works. There you go. Are you good now? Are you happy now? Let's get this one glued down. I like the look of the masterboards. I think I've said that 1,000 times. When I first started crafting, I didn't know why people would tear up perfectly good paper, design paper, to make a masterboard. And then I started making masterboards, and I'm like, man, I love masterboards so much. They all look so different, and they're so cool. There we go. I don't mind that white teared look. I really don't. But I get it that people have to do a certain look, so that's what they want. Now, where's my other one? Hey. Don't think about the corner. Don't think about the corner until you have to deal with it, okay? Because we can deal with that corner. It's okay. And you go here. And you go there. And I'm just going to trim it right now. There we go. Love it, love it, love it. If you don't want to do this, you can use masking tape. I've definitely used masking tape on this before. Again, remember, you can either glue it, or if you don't need it, because it's got a paper on the other side, just cut it off. Why am I always using these huge scissors? There we go. So now let's go ahead. I'm going to put this under the weight, so don't worry about the lumpiness of it. That'll get dealt with. So now we're going to put these on here. That's going to hold our edge. Tickety-boo, and by doing it this way, we're keeping all of the space right to the edge, right? I don't mind this color. I'm gonna trim it actually so I don't glue where I don't need glue. Let's not waste glue by gluing where we don't need it. Don't cut yourself. Let's do two of them. Well, I better do them differently because it's my cutting it. It may not be straight. May not be even Steven on the other side. Push hard, guys. Take that frustration out. It's healing, right? Wonder why that Healing Recycle crafting person's always in such a good mood. Wonder how come. She really takes her anger out on her craft, on her gluing. All right. So definitely I'm not spending a lot of money on my paper stuff. Oh no, there we go. Now I cut that. See what I did there? I cut that. Idiot. Alright, let's do the last side here. Like I said, if you have a paper clip, you don't need to worry about making those round things and putting in a, oh, gotta cut it. Putting in a tie closure. Those clips are just fine. They're just fine. I'm going to take these down. I've got a bunch of stuff to photocopy. And I just didn't have anything that I liked that I was going to put my photocopying in. So I just thought, well, you know what? I had masterboarded this paper bag. So why don't we do that? Get it down to this end. Up to this end. Ah, need a little bit of paper. I got paper glue on my thumb now. There we go. Flip it over. Look at this one, needs more help. You need help. You need help. It's okay, buddy. We'll help you out. So now that we've gotten this far, once again, I'm dealing with too much weight. Too much weight. Right? There's too much weight here. That might show some dirtiness. Let's just put a clip on there until that dries. Close. So by folding it, you don't have to worry about doing anything on the bottom. And closing it on the bottom. You can add a strip if you just want it to be on there for looks, but you don't need it. So this side I don't really mind. I don't really mind this, but this side I've got too much weight. So I'm thinking that's why I have these paints here. The only other thing is what about this area here? This cardstock is a little bit hard to do that curve. It won't like it. It's stiff and it's hard, and it may want to pull apart when it goes around that curve. So to do that, I think we need a thinner paper that will just relax around that corner when we do the trimming. So let me see what light color. So you literally don't have to find a good paper for this, okay? Looks like I used the top of this these are beautiful colors. I think I just like wood so much. Okay, so we're just gonna trim this. And we don't need it all, we just need parts of it. So what we're going to do is let's keep it together, do our V cuts, so we can come around that corner. All right. You guys free? You're free. Come out of there. You're free. There you go. Let's do this one as well. If you don't have fussy cut scissors, that's these little ones. They do sell them at the dollar store now, and they're so helpful. They come in so handy. If you can imagine, I use scissors all day, almost as much, or maybe as much as my blade. And it's just so handy to have the different size, the different points, and if I only had one, I'd ruin it right away because I'm so rough. Okay, so now let's put the glue on here. Open up there. This one's a little bit smaller. And kind of push hard. Okay. And what we're gonna do, you just don't want this raw edge on here, okay? We're just gonna get in here, and we're just gonna start it at the top there. And just gonna take it around, and our little clippy things allow us to do that curve pretty easily. So it looks like I got a little bit too much. So I think I can take it off right here. Pull that one down so it's okay. So now we don't have a raw edge there. Let's do it again on this side. Functional, that's what I should call it. I do functional crafts. Okie dokie. These should be done now. If they're not done, I gotta use a different glue. And I hope you liked my stand video. Like, everything is so close to my hands. I love it that way. Let's do it this way this time. We're just going to take it on the foldy part. If we have a little bit of a gap, that's okay. We're going to push it down and come around our corner. So you can see where I'm stopping my curve. Actually, no, that worked out perfect. Didn't even have to trim it. Now we've just protected our corners, our edges. All right, so now we have a folder. And like I said, I'm not really liking this side, so I'm just gonna spend a little bit of time putting some wash on this side. And we've got a couple of options. Of course, you got the watercolor. See how that mark is? That's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. So I need to look after that. Look after this white. Take your time and look after all of the edges. Okay. So let's go back to here. I do have this one that might match the edge. Let's try that. And I'm just gonna flip this around. Let's try a different one, just in case I don't want blue in it. Yeah, I think that will match. Surprise, surprise. I think that's enough too. This is why I don't use that much paint, because I use so little. Get my brush all clean here. And let's mix that up. Well, close enough. We might be able to add some black and just get it a little bit darker, because I have this black here. Just a tad. The tiniest little bit. Maybe this black is toast as well. I gotta put aside time every month just to paint, because I get into building so much that I just don't paint. Just one tiny little bit of black. Just a tiny little bit. Let's see if I can darken that up a little bit. Yeah, to darken it up a little bit. Okay. I'm not, guys, if you're looking for paint tips or paint advice or anything like that, that's not me. I fumble around with painting. I got away with my quilting because my girl helped me pick color choices. But left to my own device, everything is just an experiment. Yep, I like that color. Okay, got lucky. So let's just get this on here. So what I want to do is I want to cover all of this white area. Oh, I didn't wet this sponge. It's just going to sop it right up. Let's just wet this a little bit too. It's going to unify this side because it's a little bit not as nice as the other side. That's what happens when you masterboard them. And I am not worried if it doesn't turn out perfectly. So we're putting the paint on and we're taking it off at the same time. May as well use the rest of it. Press down hard. Get that edge. Flip it around here. Get the rest of that horsey. I have to turn it around because sometimes I don't see where I've missed unless I turn it around. There we go. Wow, guys, this is a long video. It says low battery. I don't even know if I'm still recording here. It says I'm on low battery. Okay, as usual, I will post a quick video at the end showing you the end product. All right. Sorry for the length of the video, guys. Looks like I just need to get a little bit more here at the bottom. Anyways, I'm not even going to worry about the other side because I like the other side. And then after this is dried, I'm going to come in and use some of my other paints and do some stamping. But you'll see that on the short. All right. Hope you guys have a great day.